Hey, this is Liz, and this is what I'm getting on today's SCOTUS decision overturning Roe versus Wade. If you watch my other videos, we knew this was coming. So, it's still upsetting, but it's not a surprise. And as I said, basically, the Republicans just gave the Democrats a gift. They just handed the midterms to the Democrats with a nice big bow on top. Because you got to understand, it's only a small minority, those Christian evangelical crazy people, who wanted this. I mean, they think life begins at conception. Well, if that's true, child support should also begin at conception. So, thank you, Republican Party. And I think we'll pick up more seats than I originally thought. Well, again, we'll take a look. But Tim Ryan will win. Sherry Beasley in North Carolina will win. I think it's Mandela Barnes in Wisconsin against Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson is done. He's done. Warnock will keep his seat. I see Val Demings. We'll take a look at Val Demings. I'm still a little, Florida is kind of a little iffy. She may actually win, but there's so much corruption in Florida politics right now that, man, that makes me a little nervous. Charles Booker against Rand Paul. That's also a little tough. Again, there's so much corruption in Kentucky that Charles could actually win, but they'll still but somehow Rand Paul will still win. I mean, McConnell, Kentucky hates him. He has a 13% approval rating. The people of Kentucky hate McConnell with a passion, but yet somehow he still won re-election. So right now they think, well, let's take a look with today's decision. So we'll throw the cards in a minute, but sometimes we just want a yes or no answer. So are the Republicans pleased that Roe was overturned? Yes. Okay. Actually, you know what? Here. Okay. Up and down. Can you just, let's just calibrate. Can you do up and down for yes, please? Thank you. And can you go do a cross for no? Great, thank you. And are you willing to answer questions today? Yes, thank you. So are the Republican Party pleased with themselves today? Yes. How does McConnell feel? Is he happy about all this? Yes. Okay. Do they think, with today's decision, that they will win the midterms? No. Are the Republican Party, do they think they will lose the midterms in November? Yes, yes, yeah. So Republicans think they're going to lose, huh? So this is the last hurrah before the midterms? Okay. That's interesting. I thought they would be, they thought, we'll go. Hang on. So does McConnell think he will regain control of the Senate in November? No. Interesting. Will McConnell end up retiring from the Senate after the midterms? Yes. Very interesting. I'll go here, so sorry about that. Go over here, can you see? Here, I put a card deck underneath here so you can see. Okay. But do they think so? Overturning Roe, was this to how can I phrase this? Was this for their constituents? Did they get Roe overturned because their constituents wanted it? No. Was Roe overturned to please their donor base, their donors? So again, overturning Roe, was this all about money? Yes. Do they think Roe will hold? The overturning of Roe, will it hold? No. Interesting. So what I'm getting here is that overturning Roe was not about the people, it was about their donor base. They got these, again, well, let's ask. Overturning Roe, was this about controlling women? Do they want equal rights for women? No. Do they think the women should be in the home? Yes. Big surprise. So that's what, it's all about. It's about their donors, these ass backwards Charles Koch Mercers, who else, thinking that the woman's place is in the home and they should just be spitting out babies and washing dishes. We knew this, folks. So be angry, but don't be sad. All right, after today's decision, will the Democrats keep the House? Yes. Will we increase how many seats we have in the House? Yes, absolutely. Will the Democrats keep the Senate? Yes. Oh, absolutely. Wow, look at that. That's just flying back and forth. Will we increase our majority? Yes. Look at that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Effing-lutely. And after January, will abortion rights be codified into federal law? Yes. Here's an interesting, will abortion rights, or a woman's right to choose, I think probably the ERA, will it ever be part of the Constitution? Yes. Will the ERA ever be ratified? Yes. Abortion rights will probably be mixed in with the ERA once we get that. So these are reasons to make sure you get out in November. So we increase our majority in the Senate and in the House, so we get Roe codified, and then we finally get the ERA passed, which will probably include right to make our own choices, and that way abortion rights become a constitutional right. And also, you remember they handed the gun nuts a victory, saying conceal. It's very hard to get a permit for a concealed weapon in New York State and in New Jersey. Gotta protect my family. That's bullshit. You just want a gun because you like carrying around a gun because you got a teeny tiny penis And it, you know, makes you feel like a big man. But I think New York State's been planning for this. So we'll see what the states, because this also affects New Jersey too. But again, this is only temporary. After January, will there be tough gun laws be enacted? Yes. No one needs an assault rifle. If you're an assault rifle, you're a terrible shot. And if you need an assault rifle to protect your family, you need to ask what's going on in your life. I have never owned a gun. I live alone. I live in Newark, supposedly. I have walked around New York City in the middle of the night, alone. I have never had a gun. I've never needed a gun. I will never own it. Will never own a gun. Will never. It just, you know. I'm against violence, and I think guns are violent. Even for protection, it's violent. Guns are designed to kill. So, let's throw the cards. Let's take a look at Amy Covid Barrett. Is she pleased with herself today? God, remember, they take their orders from the Federalist Society. This is what they were put on the bench for. I just heard she will lose her seat. Don't know when. How is Amy Covid Barrett feeling today? I mean, she did it, you know, she was a good girl. She obeyed orders. Yeah, remember, she's a member of this crazy cult, Christian cult. That basically believes women's places in the home, you know, but extreme. How is Amy Covid Barrett? She's a disgusting human being. What a terrible person she is. Yes, I'm biased. I'm just going to draw 4 cards on her. How is Amy Covid Barrett feeling today? Eight of Pentacles. It was all about the money. As I said, this is all about the donors. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Come over here. We'll go down a little bit. You can see the cards. I'm just drawing 2 cards here, so we'll keep that. Well, I drew 5 cards, but that's what it. Yeah. Now, kind of like over here, kind of going forward a little bit. Page of Wands, because she's the newest woman on them. But look, you know, strength. She really believed that she was doing God's work. You know, she was in the right. But here she is, Trust me, they're all going on vacation. They're all going to make themselves scarce. But she's sneaking out in the middle of the night because action is going to be taken against her. And justice is a coming for her. So her victory is short-lived. And smug Alito. Unfortunately, we're stuck with him, but he will be neutralized. Let's take a look at John Roberts. I heard he's going to be stepping down. He's had enough. I think there's going to be some changes. I know other readers say about expanding the court. I don't see the court expanding. I see him replacing. I think John Roberts is going to be leaving, because I just heard that. I think Amy Colbert Barrett is going to be stepping down at some point. Clarence Thomas, he will be leaving. So we'll have to replace all those justices. I don't know what. Anyway, who am I looking? Oh, John Roberts. Let's take a look. I hear, yeah. I'm just being told he's already making his plans to step down. He's had enough. But again, I don't think anything, not till after the midterms. Now, they're on a hiatus now. Then in the fall, they may hear some new cases, but no decisions will probably come down until after. All right, let's take a look at John Roberts. King of Cups. This is my Joe Biden card. He's never, so I don't know if he's going to have a little talk with, now this card came popping out, so we'll add that in. John Roberts. I bet. All right, Wands comes out again. Seven of Swords, stealing of the courts, stealing of the corruption in the courts. Six of Cups, nostalgia. Yeah. He doesn't like what the courts have become. I mean, it's just utter corruption. Again, Knight of Wands, action. Something's a common. And Ten of Cups. He gets his wish. Or we get our wish. Who gets here, let me see. Well, Death card came flying out. Change. All right. Who's the Ten of Cups? Who gets their wish? The woman. Bird of Paradise, you see? Somebody gets their wish, the women. I think he's stepping down. He's had enough. He's had enough corruption. He's tired. I think he would step down now, but they're asking him to hold on until after the midterms. Let's take a look at Kavanaugh. Show me Kavanaugh. How's Kavanaugh feeling? He knows this was a bad decision. He would have voted to keep. Oh, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting he was basically told that he had to vote. He would have voted to keep it, keep Roe in place. But remember, he takes orders. He's just a little soldier. And he knows this is a bad decision that's not gonna bode well for him. Yeah, I don't think he's not feeling good at all. All right, show me. Yep. Eight of Cups. Yeah. He too will be leaving, but not as soon as everybody would like to. I think he's going to hang on. They'll start investigating him, and when he realizes the writing's on the wall, he'll step down. But I think after the midterms, he's going to kind of start to buck. He's still a conservative, but he's not going to, because he's looking to save his own ass now. So he's, and he knows if he kind of votes with the liberals, he might think it could save his seat. Well, let's see. Yeah. I get like a sickness in the stomach. He knows this was the wrong decision to make. Yeah, look at the bottom here. Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. And Queen of Swords is reversed. Queen of Swords cuts through the darkness here, but here is reversed, so he's stuck in the darkness. Oh, he made his own decisions. Three of Wands. Overseas. Who paid? This is again. Who paid off his debts? Who is he taking his orders from? And he's looking to them to protect him, which at the end of the day they won't. Page. There we go. Page of Cups. Something's going to come out. Well, I mean, there's already a plethora, but we said that eventually there'll be investigations, and when the writing's on the wall, he won't be impeached. He'll step down before that. But when it starts to get really bad, he'll step down. But here's the information coming out, starting to come out. But this is only a page. And again, temperance. We have to just be patient. And the last one we'll look at is Clarence Thomas. Yeah. Trust me, the energy around Kavanaugh, he's just like, he knows that overturning Raid was a bad thing to do. Personally, I think if he had it his way, Roe would stay in place. I don't think he actually has a problem with Roe. But he took orders. Now, please, the Republicans are going to be all smug, woo, woo, woo. They won a very decisive battle, but they did not win the war. So just know that God is on our side. All right, let's take a look at Clarence Thomas. What a disgusting human being. Him and his wife. But we won't look at Jenny today. Look at Clarence. How's Clarence feeling today? Very smug. F him. That's his attitude for everything. F him. He's not about jurisprudence. He's just about F him. I can do whatever the hell I want, so F them. All right, Clarence Thomas. All by himself. He's increasingly being isolated. Eventually, the Republican Party and Alito and all them, they will eventually turn on Clarence Thomas. They haven't yet. Uh-oh. 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 Oof, couldn't ask for a worse set of cards. This is Clarence, yeah, first card you picked, Tower. Remember, isolated. Now I got the Sun reversed. So, he does not have a... This was here, I mean, I would say like, oh, he's sitting pretty, but it's reversed. Here's the Sword of Truth. The women again. And he's done. He's done. All right, so 30 minutes, we'll end it here. Today's decision stinks, but say thank you to the Republicans, because we'll be sitting pretty after November. So get out there and vote.